That does not look good. So as you can see, red flickers. Welcome to this week's episode. I've just had a problem with my solar on the very least likely days where the sun is shining over the weekend. Can't get people to come and have a look at it. I've just had a problem, my first problem with my solar. So what happened? So on the Saturday morning, this week we are expecting a lot of sunshine, so I'm recording this on a Sunday. This problem started on a Saturday. So I looked at my app and it wasn't generating enough. My battery was almost full, 99%, but solar, I can see the sun was on them and it wasn't recording, it wasn't generating much. So I had a look and turned off the isolators, DC isolators and everything, and came back, nothing was happening. So I've just had a look and finally I realized, so I've just turned them off now. They're all off at the minute and the batteries are still running. They're now 98. This one is 98. Since yesterday I turned off on the app, but I've just realized that the generation meter has a ban on it. So something happened and it bent that generation meter. To be fair, I have been complaining. The generation meter itself has been out in terms of what Octopus Energy have been seeing that I've generated, and the app itself, what it's saying, and the numbers that I was seeing on there. So there's always been a bit of skepticism about the generation meter. I rang the installer and he said he's going to come in around Monday or Tuesday to fit a new one. But yeah, we will catch up when he's fit the new one and we'll have a chat and see where the issues are. But yeah, it's the wrong time to have a problem when it could be better if it's been raining. You're not losing much. So it's weird that in the house, because now I know I'm not using my batteries, I'm not on the batteries at peak, and I'm not generating anything. I'm scared of doing anything. I want to do a bit of ironing. I know most people don't do any ironing. A bit of ironing, and I was thinking, how much electricity am I going to use and all that, which is weird. When I didn't have any solar, I never used to think about it. But now I've got solar and batteries. I'm thinking more of what I'm doing and what I'm using my generation on. So yeah.
Where's me?
Thank you, and we will catch up when this has been sorted, and I'll link you all in on what has happened. Welcome. It's now 3 days later, and happy to report the solar is back on. Let's have a look at it. So there we are. All the lights are working fine. They're light whitish blue and it's generating. There we are. It's now back on. So they've just changed the meter there, and so far it's now generated 529 kilowatt hours for the day. It's now around almost 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. So it went down on Saturday, one of the sunniest weekends we've had in May, and so it's been Saturday, Sunday, Monday not generating. So I estimate I've lost 30 kilowatt hours of generation in that period. So we are back on Tuesday, and so far we've now done, it says 520 on there. I believe the app says otherwise. App is saying 6.6, and because the batteries were almost full, they were 99.9% full, it's been exporting most of that 6.6. So we've exported 4.2 already, and it's 4:03 in the afternoon. So not sure why it blew that area. I'll show you again those pictures. It had blown this area. Now never to touch it anyway, this area. of the meter was blown off. So yeah, all is good. They've taken it away. I did ring the company that makes the M-Light, which is based in Peterborough. As you can see, there is the address there. It's based in Peterborough, that company, and they said they've never had one blow up the way mine had, so they should return it to the person that supplied them, and hopefully it will get to them and they can investigate further. But I am not party to that. You know, the batteries are still showing 99%. They were losing roughly about 1% a day. I left them on. I just turned off everything else and I left them on. So as I was saying, issues do happen. You know, don't think because you've got solar, it's brand new, you know, it won't be. Just make sure that you use a reputable installer that will come and sort out the issues for you. I was just looking on the Facebook group. There is someone with a Tesla Powerwall 3 and they're not getting the support they need from Tesla. So it does happen. Be mindful, use the right installer. The local ones are much better because if there's an issue, you can quickly ring them up and they'll be near to come. If you use a national installer, they might take a bit of a while to come to you. But yeah, thank you. And look at the sun shining on there. It's 4 p.m. Another idea. Anyway, thank you and watch. I'll see you on the next one.